Hey guys, it's David here, and it is currently day 258. I hope you guys had a good day and are doing better than yesterday. But time is currently 8 o'clock, and it is a Sunday, and I know normally on Sundays I wake up pretty early around 5 o'clock and I just get into a deep work session. But the thing is, last night I came back at around 1 or almost 2 a.m. from the hospital because I have to attend the hospital with my dad. But that is okay because I did manage to sleep without an alarm, so I did get about roughly 6 hours of sleep. Now, obviously, if I wake up any earlier, sure, I may do some work, but my performance will definitely be affected. Now, I'm not saying at the moment I am really happy waking up so late, but that's okay, guys, because I'll still do what I had done before, which is fast in the morning and try to do 3 hours of work. And it may be something a bit difficult for me at the moment because at the moment I am fasted for quite a while time, but that's totally fine because there's nothing that I can't overcome. There's nothing that I can't do if I just put my mind towards it. That being said, let me get showered and stuff, and I'll catch up with you guys after my first work block.
So guys, it is around 11:14. Now, this morning I woke up a bit later than usual, but I still decided to sit on my ass and just do a few hours of coding before I have my breakfast meal. And at the moment it is 11 a.m. I pretty much have fasted for about more than 14 hours, which is pretty insane because I did have dinner earlier last night. But I really do want to talk about why it's important to keep yourself busy and why having free time is very destructive to one person. Because having free time, guys, allows us to think. And a lot of the times we are in a situation where we don't think too pleasantly, we don't think too positively. So we are constantly in this battle with our mind, in this doubtful environment that we are fighting against ourselves. And by doing so, we rarely act on what is important to us because we have so much worry and so much fear built up. Now, I used to have a lot of worry. I used to overthink heaps before I even acted. And a lot of the times, I don't have the opportunity to act on what I wanted to do, on what I know I should do, simply because I had talked myself out of it by this constant chatter, and I can't shut this chatter off. So, having free time with yourself by not doing anything, by not keeping yourself occupied with doing something, you're spending time with that inner dialogue. And if you don't have that inner dialogue befriend you or you befriend him, then you simply are in this constant battle with yourself. And it's not a good feeling, guys, because a lot of times we all want to do something great. A lot of the times we all know what we should be doing, but we don't do it because we think that we are not good enough. We lack the courage, we lack the confidence, and we lack the grit. Not because we lack the capabilities, but because we had told ourselves that we aren't good enough. And why have we told ourselves this? Because of constant reinforcement of these negative identities, of these negative beliefs that somehow we have set a limit upon our capabilities, that we simply can't achieve the things we want to do. But that simply isn't the truth, guys. And by putting time into doing something that you know will make you improve just a little bit by yesterday will be enough to turn this inner chatter off. Which is also why, at the moment, by doing what I know I should be doing, even though I don't feel like it, I know that's the right way to go simply because just keeping yourself busy, just keeping yourself doing something positive will turn that inner chatter off. And sometimes, guys, you have to go to the extremes that you have to get yourself so busy so you don't have time to think. You don't have time to second guess your decisions. You don't have time to worry about the what ifs simply because you have made your schedule so packed that you don't have time to really consider your thoughts and emotions as a main priority. Because sometimes that is all our emotions are, feelings that come and go, feelings that will shift depending on situations and our circumstance. Feelings never is a logical justification of what you should and shouldn't do, but it is only something that makes us human. It is only something that we experience in the moment, in the present, but it should never be taken as a true guidance of any rational or logical decision. So, what I have found is that as I had kept myself busy, as I had made my routine so regimented, where I have limited amount of time to think to myself, is when I broke free of the bad habits of procrastinating, of not doing anything. But at the end of the day, guys, even if the thing I am doing may not be something difficult, may not be something extraordinary, but just doing something outside of what I normally do will be enough to form a habit, to lay the foundations for your future, to lay the strong foundations so that you can implement more difficult habits and take on more challenging tasks. But how can you guys expect to fight for the moon when you have yet understood yourself? It is just not a logical and rational way to think, guys. And of course, think big all you want. That's definitely the ideal way to go. But I have to say, guys, I never had the courage to think big until I built my foundations, until I took the small steps and I took the small wins and realized that life does have abundance of wealth and opportunities for anyone. But you first have to accept that life does have an abundance of wealth, pleasure, and freedom for everyone. And to first understand that is to first understand that you can surely be deserving of that. And to do that, you must first rebuild your courage. You must first rebuild your confidence. And most importantly, you have to befriend your inner dialogue. You can't have that person against you because that is going to be your greatest ally or your biggest enemy. So pick your allies wisely because if you can befriend your inner dialogue, then nothing is impossible. If you can control that inner dialogue, then you will realize that life will come much easier and you will find the route to your success as that will be guided to you. That being said, I am going to have some food now. And when I come back, I'll probably do some stretching and I'll head right into my second work block. So, that being said, I'll see you guys in a bit. So, guys, it is currently 5 o'clock and I tried to do some reading, but I failed horrendously. I only managed to get through about 13 pages in an hour, and that is honestly horrendous, guys. So I have just been unfocused today. Not sure exactly why. Maybe because last night I had a poor sleep, but I did also sleep around 6 hours, so I should be able to function properly today. But it just didn't seem like it today. But that's okay because tonight I'm feeling this wave of clarity, this wave of focus coming up, and that will be after I have some food, after I have dinner. And the plan is to just sit on my desk today after I have dinner and then just try and get 3 to 4 hours of more work done before I call it a day. But that being said, today has been going alright besides that, besides the initial dip in focus early on the day, but everything else has been going great. I did also do my self reflection and listed down the goals I want to accomplish next week. Now, what I want to do different next week is that instead of planning my day every single day, I'm going to write down a list of things I want to complete or achieve next week. And all I have to do is list the task by difficulty. And the most difficult task, I'll obviously require more energy, you'll require more time. Therefore, I'll attend to them first, and anything that's less in difficulty, I'll attend throughout the day. So that is definitely the plan. And at the moment, what is the most hardest thing for me to do is definitely increase my performance in the gym because first of all, that is a tremendous amount of exertion of physical fatigue and energy. And second of all, is actually building my first project, which is hard, but also I am more comfortable doing it now because I have a little bit of experience and most importantly, I know a little bit on how to do it. And most importantly, if I don't know, I can definitely look it up. So that one is definitely more about spending a lot of time and problem solving, just using your brain pretty much. So these are the two hardest tasks. Also, there has been some more habits I want to introduce. Well, not really habits, but just pretty much behaviors I want to implement back into my life, like positive self-talk, positive visualization, and all the sorts above, right? Because they definitely has helped. And lately I realized that my positivity has definitely dipped tremendously. As you guys can probably see, my face is flaring up with pimples and wrinkles, which is a sign to me that I have not been feeling the best in general. And obviously that is not ideal, but that is the case. So I definitely have to be in that mindset again, to stay positive, to know exactly what I'm aiming for. Therefore, I'm going in every single day with a clear mission to accomplish. But that being said, guys, I am going to go downstairs, have some food, a lot of carbs, which is going to be okay because when I have that out of the way, I'll be able to focus and produce what I'm supposed to do. So I'll see you guys then. So, guys, it is currently 6:51. It has been 2 hours that it took me to eat dinner, which is absolutely insane. What that means is I have been ineffective eating my food, which means I should be chewing down my food much faster. But that being said, guys, this is Sunday so far. Well, the end of Sunday, besides that tonight I will be focusing on my project. But overall, guys, it has been a good day. Although this morning there were some hiccups. I did code some for a few hours, but then afterwards I just died down, really, really tired, really, really fatigued. My eyes were just shutting on its own. Definitely wasn't the best, but I managed to pick up momentum towards the afternoon. And now after dinner, I am feeling a little bit better, and I know I can definitely perform much better now, knowing that I had gotten everything out of the way. So therefore, I should only be focusing on one thing, as one thing will only be on my mind. That being said, though, tomorrow I should also have an appointment getting my blood test done. Now, why am I getting my blood test done? No, I am not on any gear, but what's most important is that I do want to check my test levels. Why am I concerned about my test levels? Well, let's just say lately, every single morning, my shit's flat. So there has been some concerns, guys. So I just want to see what my test is at. Maybe this no fap semen retention shit is doing me more harm than good. But either way, guys, I just want to see what's happening, because if that is low, then that may raise some curiosities. Like, why is it low? Like, obviously, I haven't done anything for such a long time, so shouldn't it be high? Well, if that's the case, then definitely there will be so much questions I do want to ask myself, but I just want to know where it is at. Just a bit of curiosity of my own. That being said, though, this has been my Sunday. It has been a wonderful day, and I do hope you guys have learned something from this. But if not, like always, I'll be here for you guys tomorrow. Until then, good night.